Welcome to the RadioU podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, great news if you want to watch all AI all the time.
Also, this might be the worst fail ever captured on video.
All that and more on the way next. Spotify might be coming for us, Allie.
Uh-oh.
They might be trying to challenge RadioU because not only do they have Spotify Premium you can pay for and make your Spotify experience ad-free, they're now testing out a skip ahead button as well.
Wow.
8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. So this button, if implemented as they're currently testing it, would allow you to skip not only podcast intros, but more importantly, ads in podcasts.
Yes. I love that idea because I have like YouTube Premium and it lets me jump ahead of any ad break. It just immediately has that little button, almost like when you're watching a streaming service and it's like skip intro, skip recap or something like that. And it's perfectly timed out. And so I really do like that feature so I don't have to like move my finger along and figure out when the ad break ends.
Yeah.
It just automatically sends me to that spot.
That's a frustrating thing about YouTube and Spotify is you can pay for an ad-free version.
Yeah.
But it's not actually ad-free because all the podcasts you're listening to, except for the RadioU podcast, have live reads.
Yep.
And I don't know what's worse. The live reads, which I guess that is kind of broadcast lingo, but the live read is where it's just like the host of the show is reading the ad. Or like the produced ads where it's somebody else that's not, just some random voice and they're like, buy cat food or whatever.
Well, I
don't know what's worse.
I think the live reads are less bad because then at least like if you went and used that promo code for whatever thing they're advertising, that money is going back to support that show that you are listening to and that you like. So I think that's less bad, but it's still not fun. I don't like taking a break from whatever I'm listening to, so I like to skip ahead.
Yeah, but that promo code is a great example of why podcasters are already upset. I bet that Spotify is testing this out because that is their way to prove that like not only are people actually listening to the ads that whoever is selling them for them is not only that's how they prove it. Not only are they listening, but they're actually calling to going into action based off of the ad.
Right.
And so if people are just skipping right past these, which should be our right to do. I mean, I unless I'm driving, I oftentimes do that anyway.
Yeah, because you can just hit the 15-second button.
But for the testing they were doing for this ad, they found that for this feature on Spotify, that you would take about 9 skip ahead buttons, like tapping the button 9 times of the 15-second fast forward thing to get through an ad break, which tells you how many ads are in a
There's a lot sometimes.
Versus this skip ahead button would just do it in one tap.
Yep.
Because it's, I guess, on Spotify, they have like transcripts of all the episodes. It's AI powered, so they can tell when the ads are and when they end.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure there's still, be some bugs with that. But generally, you just be able to easy one button, skip ahead and get back to enjoying the podcast.
Yeah, like I said, with YouTube, they must have some type of similar technology where it's like with a transcript or something. And I haven't found any flaws with it. Like it literally pops you right to the point where the ad read stops.
I'm thinking back. I'm of two minds on the two different kinds of ads. Because the live reads, one, sometimes, like, depending on the podcast, they actually take the script and make it their own and make it fun.
Yeah, it can be creative.
So, I mean, you still wind up hearing it a million times if you listen to the podcast, if you subscribe and you listen over and over again. But at least it's funny the first time.
Yeah.
But I like the produced ones because those are the easiest to skip because it's just like I keep pressing the button. If I'm hearing music and a voice that's not the person that I'm actually listening to.
Then you know you're still listening to the ad.
Yeah, so just keep going.
Yes.
So I don't know. But you know what? It's just nice to know that when you're listening to RadioU and the RadioU podcast and on our RadioU YouTube channel, RadioU Mornings, you never have to worry about any of this stuff.
Nope.
At least, well, I don't know how, I've always wondered this. Does our YouTube videos, does YouTube just put ads in them?
They put ads in whatever. So if there's an ad in front of one of our YouTube videos because you don't have like premium or whatever, that's not our ad and we're not getting that money.
No, that's the sad thing. That is the sad thing. But you know what? Even if there wasn't ads like in the videos, what mine does, because I don't pay for YouTube, is like there's always like an on, especially on my phone.
Yeah.
The first thing, if you like scroll down, there'll be comments and then there'll be ad right there. Not even like a recommended video, to be ad. And then like my subscribe feed, the first thing is always an ad.
Oh, I'm so glad I have premium. I don't have any of that stuff. And I'm so
obnoxious.
I'm like blind to that now because I've lived with premium for so long.
It's a woman trying to corral her Kia Soul she clearly tried to park in a parking lot, didn't actually put it in park and like got out of the vehicle. And so the Kia Soul is slowly and surely, you know how like your car, if you're at a stoplight, right?
Yeah.
And you take your foot off the brake and it just kind of like slowly inches forward. That's what this Kia Soul is doing. It goes across a road with a 4-lane road, I think, with a few cars on it, but they all dodge the vehicle. This woman is just trying for her life to get this Kia Soul.
Is she really trying?
Before there's a large grassy field beside a strip mall, and then there's eventually a ditch. She's trying to get this car to get inside and stop it before it gets to the ditch. It's moving so slow. And she cannot do it. She cannot do it.
I don't understand. I'm watching the video. Okay, so there's at one point she tries to get inside, and it's like going downhill.
Yeah.
And that's the point in which she decides to get in the car, try to jump in the car. It's like you could have tried to jump in way before that when it wasn't going downhill because she just ends up like tumbling out. Oh my goodness.
It almost looked like, I think she avoided it, but it almost looked like the back wheel got over her leg.
I know. She was close to being run over.
But then the car, I keep watching it, and it's so close. It looks like she's going to do it. Even
I know, every time.
Because it's going so slow. It's so like, how can you not possibly get it?
She's not even attempting to run. Not even an attempt.
I love when
when she's holding on to the car.
It crosses over the median, and she stands on the median, like almost puts her hands on her hips for a second, like, well, well, you're really going to do this to me. And it's just like,
did you notice she
put a little pep in your step.
She like hits it. Like, oh, you stupid car.
Yeah,
she, like
she's getting mad at it like it's the car's fault.
Yeah, it's like, girl, put your car in park.
But eventually the Kia Soul disappears into the ditch abyss. And she presumably has to call AAA or something to get it, towed away and recovered, which I'm sure the vehicle is mostly fine, and hopefully she's mostly fine. You got to give her some leeway because she's clearly not a young woman.
No. But she's not old
No,
either.
She's not old. She's giving like Joy Behar to me.
No, she's definitely younger than Joy.
I don't know.
She's got the right hair, though.
That's what I thought. I was like, this is what it would look like if Joy Behar from, what is she on, The View?
The View.
If she lost her key. If she was driving a Kia Soul, which I'm sure she doesn't, and it was rolling away from her, this is what it would look like.
Yeah. No, this girl's definitely younger than Joy. I mean, I would say maybe she's like in her 30s or 40s, I would say.
Okay, maybe I'm a bad judge of age. One of us is, because I feel like at least 40s, but she should have been able to do this.
She definitely should have been able to do this because she gives up at multiple times as it's happening. And it's like, would you just run just a little?
And it's not like, maybe here's what we didn't see, is that this has been going on for like a mile. She's
exhausted.
Yes, exactly. She's just worn out, because that's what I'm thinking. I was like, if this was started in the parking lot that's right, and it basically she goes over 4 lanes of traffic. If that's all the space she had to cover, she should have been able to
she should have been able to
go
corral
into full
the car.
speed, but she never does. And so maybe she's just worn out. Maybe she had already been chasing the car, and finally somebody was able to start filming at the very tail end after she'd been running it down for a mile.
Yeah.
We missed all of that.
That's the real hero of this whole thing, is somebody decided to get their phone out and record this for the rest
not
of
help.
us.
The person with the phone, if they just went into full speed, could have caught this car. It's not going fast.
Exactly. I don't know where this happened, but I could have caught the car coming full speed from Ohio. Yeah. Like, I could have gotten there. It's crazy how she doesn't catch this car.
Slow. If you want to see the video, you definitely should. Text the word soul to 8772 RadioU. Harry Potter fans have done it. 8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. And there's a lesson we can all learn from this situation. That if you just put your mind to something and a bunch of people work together, you can make a change in the world. Like, think about what change you want to see and do it. That's what Harry Potter fans did.
Okay.
Harry Potter fans, I say they because I've never seen Harry Potter. It looks silly to me. It's a silly series of books and movies.
You've never watched them?
Never watched them.
Okay.
That's why I say they and not we. Harry Potter fans have successfully rerouted a undersea cable connecting the electrical grids of Ireland and the United Kingdom.
That sounds like an important cable.
It's an important cable, but it was going to interfere with an important site in regards to the Harry Potter lore. And so the Harry Potter fans wound up raising a ruckus and successfully got the company that was behind this project to reroute the cable entirely.
Listen, I have no problem with people liking Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I am not, I have no issue with it. I'm not a huge fan. I never became like a big fan of, the Potter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My fiance loves Harry Potter.
Okay. Did he help with this?
I don't know. He might have, but I do not agree with this. This is a fictional character, a fictional grave, and we're going to reroute a cable that's connecting two power grids for two countries because of a character from a movie and a book?
Yes, we are.
That is ridiculous to me.
This is in the UK, but this is what America is all about. When the people agree on something, we raise our voices and we get the powers that be to change. They work for us.
Yeah, that's true.
This power grid works for these Harry Potter fans. And so if they'd rather not have power than desecrate Dobby's grave, whoever Dobby is, then that's their choice and they can make that choice known.
Dobby is a beloved character, for sure.
Apparently, this Harry Potter fans have been causing some issues at this grave site for this fictional CGI character, which is on a beach because they will go and leave socks there for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And the officials there are like, please stop leaving socks. It's not good for the environment.
Yeah, don't want any seals getting socks.
But yet again, I feel like the officials are forgetting who they work for. They work for the public, including Harry Potter fans. If the Harry Potter fans want to leave socks there,
these are sounding like excuses to potentially commit a crime. You work for me, police officer. You have to do what I say.
That's exactly probably why they rerouted it, not because they care about the stupid grave of a stupid fictional character from stupid movies and books. It's because they're afraid that if they just were ignored these people, that some maniacs would come start and, casting spells on the... they'd be wearing their scarves.
That'll get them.
And they'd be like, Quidditch, begone. And they would, start doing things flying around on brooms.
Yeah, no, I think the worry would be vandalism, not pretend spells.
How else would a Harry Potter fan enact vandalism other than with magic? You know what I mean?
Well, it wouldn't work very well, for one. So
you're saying we should call their bluff?
Yes.
Just be like, you think
prove yourself. Yeah. Prove yourself. Prove that you're a wizard, Harry. Prove it.
I think we can all learn a lot from this. I think this is beautiful. I think this is the UK reminding us what our roots are here in the United States. That we need to power to the people.
Yeah.
Even
power to Dobby.
Power to the Potterheads. This is crazy to think about. Researchers now believe that the Great Lakes sturgeon lives over 400 years, potentially.
Wow.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. We love fish news on the show. Usually it's revolving around deep sea fish.
Deep sea fish that are like either very ugly or very randomly cute.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're just, the sea is so deep, we keep discovering new ones.
Yes.
And most of them are all terrifying.
Or in caves.
This is just in the Great Lakes, not even, so far away from much of Radio U territory. But researchers have found that the Great Lakes sturgeon, previously thought to have a lifespan of about 150 years, they now think it can live over 400 years, which would make it one of the longest living animals on Earth, just falling shortly behind another fish, the Greenland shark.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the Greenland shark. There was a classic, it was a meme format, but it's not a meme. It would just say this thing about this shark, where it was a picture of one of the Greenland sharks, and it's like, this shark was born in the 1600s.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And here's what I think of this sturgeon, and when I think of the Greenland shark, these animals that live hundreds of years, I think, what is the point? If you're a Great Lakes sturgeon, what are you doing in your 400th year on Earth that you haven't done already? I mean, it's got to get old.
It's got to get old, but life just looks different for them, right? I mean,
worse.
If we were used to living 400 years, then we would have different, expectations.
Yeah, but Allie, we have TV.
we didn't always have that, though.
And we lived even shorter then, because it's like, now you stay alive just to see more TV shows.
For me, it's I stay alive to see more hopeful sports champions.
Yeah, but for the sturgeon, they're just swimming around.
Yeah.
There's not even that much to see under there. I mean, the Great Lake, the Greenland shark, it literally is blind.
Yeah.
It has parasites that eat its eyes out.
Yes. Very weird.
What a horrible way to live.
Horrible.
I would give up if I was a Greenland shark. If I was a sturgeon.
Please, somebody
Yes,
eat me.
put me out of... Why won't someone catch me? Put me out of my misery.
No.
I'm not even swimming in the Great Lakes. I'm getting polluted too while I'm down here.
Nah, the Greenland shark's not thinking about that. Neither's the sturgeon. They're running on instinct alone.
They've been living so long.
This is just what they're used to.
These sturgeons that are alive now remember when the Great Lakes were clean.
Yeah, it's like, what's happened to this lake? The neighborhood's really gone downhill.
Yes, exactly. Why would you want to go through all of that?
There goes the neighborhood.
Despite the fact that or at least the theory that, I mean, it's not a fact, but they also are kind of sure now that the sturgeon can live over 400 years. The population, they believe, used to be over 2 million in the Great Lakes. And it's now less than 1% of that.
Wow.
So we are putting them out of their misery. We are slowly killing them.
Eating them all.
Or not even that slowly, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we eat sturgeon?
I don't think so, but I'm like, what else? I mean, I guess it's just pollution that's killing them.
Pollution, and that must be it.
Yeah, because it's not like the Great Lakes have gotten smaller, so it's not like they've lost territory like some other parts of the world.
But I've never seen sturgeon on the menu.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fish. Why wouldn't you be able to eat it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could.
400-year-old fish.
And they're hundreds of pounds, so. A man in Minnesota really wanted kids to stay off his lawn. Possibly too much. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button of the Radio U app. Did he go too far? A man in Minnesota now facing up to 6 months in jail, a fine of $1,000, or both, because he put a homemade spike strip in his yard.
Oh, uh-oh.
Apparently there's kids in the neighborhood. He lives near a park, and the kids would bike through his yard to use it as a shortcut to get to the park.
A classic get off my lawn.
Yes, 100%. This 39-year-old man claims he had yelled at these children hundreds of times to stay off of his lawn, to no avail. And so then he took matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
And made a homemade spike strip by taking a plastic sheet and drilling about 40 screws into it and then leaving that on his yard in an attempt to, I guess, pop the kid's tires potentially.
And maybe pop them, too.
Yeah,
My goodness, you could really hurt somebody doing this.
And so that is potentially, this is going to have to go through court, but that is potentially considered using a spring gun, pitfall, deadfall snare, or any similar dangerous trap designed to injure or kill humans or wildlife. And so, therefore, if he is found guilty, yet again, 6 months in jail and or $1,000 fine.
Yeah, the police, when they showed up and found that sheet with the screws in it, about 40 screws.
Yeah.
Each of them was 3 inches long.
That'll teach them. And it only takes one child and to tell the whole neighborhood, stay off of Old Man Jenkins' yard.
Yeah, it does sound like Old Man Jenkins. That's his name for sure.
So did he go too far, Allie?
I would say, yeah, because I'd be worried that, you would actually seriously hurt a child.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, I do think these kids should not be, riding through this guy's lawn.
If they get hurt, isn't it their own fault? How about they just stay on the sidewalk?
No, I don't think that's the case because as I remember when I took like driving lessons or whatever, driving, just to make sure I was good for driving when I was getting my license.
Yeah.
There was something that was like if a little kid has a basketball and it ends up out in the intersection and they run out to get it.
Yeah.
And, you had checked both ways or whatever and you hit them, who's at fault? Mm-hmm. Is it the kid for not looking and running out into the road? Mm-hmm. Or is it you for not seeing the kid? And I think there's very few scenarios where you blame the kid.
Yeah, but that's on the street. That's not in somebody's private property.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the kids aren't the ones that put the spikes out there. So if the kids get hurt...
That's his yard. Why can't he do what he wants? What if they hurt themselves on a hummingbird feeder because they're kids and they're stupid?
He should know common sense. Like, the kids are, coming through here. So leaving something like that on purpose seems to be a bad idea.
What's he supposed to do then?
I don't know. I would put up a fence.
What if they hurt themselves on the fence?
No, stop it, Hudson.
What if it's that fence? There's some nearby that have like little pokies up.
Yeah,
you could fall on that and get hurt.
Anybody could put up a fence, though. Anybody could put up a fence.
Yeah.
Putting up a spike strip, like
it's his yard.
No, don't put up a spike.
He was aerating it.
No. Don't put up a spike strip. Put up a fence if you don't want people coming through your lawn.
A spike strip is much easier.
I mean, it is, but it's a lot more dangerous.
I think this guy should get off scot-free.
Okay.
Because I don't know what he's supposed to do.
Again,
this is setting a dangerous precedent. The kids can just go wherever they want.
The dangerous precedence is letting somebody set a booby trap in their lawn.
Don't go in other people's yards. It's not that hard.
They're children, Hudson. They're children.
And they need to learn.
But
if they don't learn when they're a kid, they're going to do it when they're an adult.
They don't need to learn by losing their eye by a screw. That's not how they should learn.
Congratulations to your college football national champions, the Missouri Tigers.
What?
8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. Some people are like, college football hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
And Missouri wins a national championship?
I mean, that'd be pretty unexpected. Hey, they had a good season last year.
If Indiana can do it, anybody can do it.
I mean,
in this day and age.
It seems like it.
But
in the realms of NIL.
Missouri... Is it the University of Missouri University? I don't know.
I think it's the University of Missouri. Either way,
they have just been awarded a college football national championship from 1960. This is not one of those things where it's like, oh, we're claiming a national championship and no one actually says we're the champions except for us. Like UCF or something. Right, yeah, that time UCF did it. They've actually been awarded a national championship. Wow. From 1960 by Congress. Congress awarded them this. The government is recognizing Missouri as national champions from 1960 in college football. How did they get this to happen? senator from Missouri.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I had to have been a Missouri senator, but like, how did he get people to do this?
Yeah, I don't know how he rallied people on board, like from other states, to get enough votes to do this, because that's actually really crazy.
It's pretty hard to do in the Senate.
But it is a symbolic national championship has been awarded to Missouri for their 1960 team, which did go 11-0.
Okay.
They won the Big 8 conference at the time, which probably had 24 teams. If today's day and age, makes any...
it was 1960. They had 8 teams.
They actually knew how to count then?
Yeah, they knew how to count.
They even beat Navy 21-14 in the Orange Bowl. Navy, I believe, had the Heisman winner that year.
Okay.
It was a pretty impressive season.
Sounds like it. So why weren't they awarded the college football championship that year?
Because...
I know it was a little squirrely back then because Ohio State had that happen to them a few times.
In those days, it was just a big mess. There was no official
There was
way.
no championship game.
There was no championship game, so they kind of just it was, and there were so many different options to choose who would the champion be. For example, there are already 4 other teams that do claim championships from that same season.
Is Ohio State one of them?
No, Minnesota is one because they finished number 1 in both the AP and UPI polls from that year, whatever the UPI poll is. Also...
But then they lost in the Rose Bowl.
They did lose in the Rose Bowl.
I feel like the Rose Bowl was a sign if you won that was normally like the champion would win the Rose Bowl.
And so they lost the Rose Bowl to Washington, who also claims they claim it, but it was awarded to them by the Helms Athletic Foundation.
What?
So that's Minnesota, Washington. We're now counting Missouri.
Yeah.
Also, Ole Miss, who finished 10-0-1, beat Rice in the Sugar Bowl of all teams, and they were named champion by the Football Writers Association of America.
Okay.
And finally, Iowa went 8-1, and they were selected champion by the Litkenhouse ratings. Which definitely sounds
ratings?
Made up. That was made up by some guy from Iowa.
Truthfully, how do we have any champions before the BCS era?
Yeah.
This is chaos.
Why did they even play games? Like, what was the point? I guess because everybody could decide they were champion pretty much.
This is pure chaos.
What's funny is Missouri, despite having a pretty decent claim to the championship, like just given the facts, if you disregard all the polls and whatever, they went undefeated. They beat Navy. But they have never claimed this championship officially.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not even like the Auburn, Alabama, Ohio State. They're all guilty of this.
Michigan. They all claimed ones that were like very kind of like this. A little squirrely.
Yeah. Missouri has not claimed this themselves.
Wow.
But it'll be interesting to see now. Are they going to like hang a banner and stuff like that?
I think they should. This is a moment of like the first shall finish last, the last shall finish first.
Yeah. If you don't make too big of a deal out of it, eventually you'll
have a senator from your state approved.
Probably a majority of the players from the team and definitely the coaches are past and long gone.
Yeah.
This is 66 years ago.
Right.
How many? I'm sure there's some, but it can't be a ton.
Yeah, it can't be a lot.
Players and people that were involved in this team are even alive to see that they were the champions.
Well, I hope some are, so they can see that they are champions. The saddest also, it's like sad, bittersweet, maybe is the description part of this story, is that this passed without objection.
Not even like Alabama, Minnesota, who was like in contention with them. Nobody else from the SEC. The SEC just wants to claim another championship.
Our government can't do a thing, but they can pass. They can pass this without objection to make Missouri the champion from 1960.
There is definitely a sad aspect to it too.
Yeah,
that's it feels like you lost in baseball, but your mom made you a badge or something.
Yes, like you're number
a little
one.
Ribbon. Yeah,
little
like
Dobby.
Yeah, you're the champion in my book, and you wear that to school.
Yeah,
get made fun of.
Yeah,
that's kind of this.
This feels like winning the in-season tournament in the NBA. Welcome to Right Up My Alley. In this Right Up My Alley segment, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite superhero movies because we've seen the success of Spider-Man Brand New Day.
And so we're doing Spider-Man.
We're doing Spider-Man 2002. So this is the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
This is the first Spider-Man movie ever released. And it was one that I watched all the time. I had this on VHS. I would watch it so much.
Wow. In Zambia.
Yeah. I loved the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, but particularly the first one. Okay, so we're going to ask 3 questions. They get progressively harder with each question. You can play along by texting in your answers to 877-2-RADIO-U. Okay, so Spider-Man 2002 from Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, was the first ever film to gross this amount over this amount in a single opening weekend.
In 2002.
Yeah.
So this is much different dollars.
Yeah, but this includes even adjusting for inflation. This made over this amount for the first time ever.
I feel like it's probably just a nice round 100 million.
That is correct.
Hey!
It was the first movie to ever make $100 million in a single opening weekend. It made 114.
Oh, nice.
So Spider-Man's always had a track record of breaking box office records.
For the last 24 years.
Yes. All right. How old was Tobey Maguire when the movie was filmed? He's 17 in the movie, but how old was Tobey Maguire?
This is a good question because he doesn't look like he should be in high school.
No, he still had a younger look, but Tom Holland has been the best cast.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, in my opinion, to be like a Peter Parker high schooler, you know.
Yeah, even though, well, I don't know, we can go all down that road. But yeah, Tobey Maguire, I always saw Spider-Man as so much older.
Yeah.
Wait, so hold on. So he's supposed to be 17.
Yeah, he's in high school.
How old is Mary Jane supposed to be?
I think she's supposed to be either the same age or like a year younger.
No way.
Yeah. Kirsten Dunst.
I think he's like 32.
He was 26. 27 when the movie came out.
He kind of looked old for 26. He definitely didn't look like he was in high school.
I don't think he looked that old. Maybe it's been a minute since you've seen the movie.
I just saw a clip yesterday.
Okay.
Of Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Which obviously is a couple years older. But,
yeah.
It's the clip where it's from Spider-Man 2. Aunt May, spoiler alert, she's been taken by Doc Ock, and he's got a spike, and he's trying to lure Spider-Man. He's got a spike on his octopus arms, and he's trying to lure Spider-Man to like launch himself at him so he can stab him. And Aunt May sees it because she's been captured, and so she like hits him with her purse or something like that. And then that sends her falling, but it saves Spider-Man. But then Spider-Man has to save her, so he swings and saves her. And then it ends with 2 hot female extras awing at Spider-Man doing that.
Good old 2000s movies.
Yes, exactly. And they're, for some reason, they're like out and about, but they're like midriffs are showing.
Yeah. I mean, that was a fashion trend for sure. And it's coming back.
Yeah.
All right. Final question for you.
Oh, yeah. There's questions.
Yes. This is one last question. What is Uncle Ben's car in Spider-Man 2002?
I always like. Doesn't he drive a taxi?
He drives a car in the movie.
It's probably sponsored too. This is probably like a big partnership. Even back then, I'm sure they did that. So, probably like it's Acura.
Oh, no. It's an old car. It's a 1973 Oldsmobile Delta 88.
He had a 1973 Oldsmobile still running strong.
Yeah.
In 2002.
He had an old car.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have been useless knowledge if I
Apparently that was a Sam Raimi choice. I mean, obviously he's a director, but like he specifically requested that car.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. The first Spider-Man, good.
Very good.
I think I prefer the second Spider-Man because I really like Doc Ock. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Willem Dafoe fan.
Yeah.
So I like him. And I like, all the characters.
The first time I saw Spider-Man with Green Goblin, I was very frightened of Green Goblin.
Gosh, he's terrifying. And the part where he scares Aunt May, that scene is so out of nowhere. And then it just ends with him laughing and you're like, what happened?
Well, I was really scared of the part... And this tells you a lot about me as a kid. But I was really scared of the part where he has the bombs that make people disintegrate into, like, they turn into bones and then...
Yeah.
Any movie that had something like that really scared me.
Yes.
Because I was like, what if that happened to me?
I know, right?
Even though I don't think there's any bombs like that.
No, there's nothing like that.
that we know about.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The government could be working on that
I'm
technology.
sure they wouldn't mind. They wouldn't mind having that thing. Who is actually going to watch this? 8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app. On Roku now, they've introduced a new channel, one of their fast channels, free ad-supported TV.
Oh, okay.
That is all AI all the time.
Ew.
It's completely AI-generated content, AI cinema, they call it. And, I mean, like we mentioned, it's ad-supported. Even the ads themselves are AI-generated as well. So you never even get a break from the AI.
Oh, gosh.
And I want to know who in their right mind would actually watch this.
Okay.
I mean, I would watch it, but only ironically, or only because not to enjoy it because it's good, but to enjoy it because it's bad.
Yeah.
I want to see how bad it is.
I'm looking at like what looks to be clips from potentially this Roku thing.
Uh-huh.
And it's like supposed to be like a medieval show, almost like a Game of Thrones type of thing.
Yeah.
I can't hear it, so I can't hear what they're saying, but it just looks so odd. And like the colors on the screen are changing at weird times and places, and the settings just not quite right. Oh, the movements are just not quite right.
It looks like it almost looks like you're watching something in reverse.
Yes.
Because it just, like if you've ever, it just looks unnatural.
Also, the lighting makes it look like you're watching a daytime soap, but it's like medieval. Like, it's very odd.
Nene, I don't know why I said that. AI always seems to struggle to know where to put the light. Like the shadows never match up with how the thing is lit in the room anyways. So, but I mean, that was almost nitpicky compared to just like the general
the
quality overall. But who's going to watch this? It goes back to my question. Who would actually ever turn this on?
I don't know. I just watched
Besides as a punishment.
Right. Okay, so I just watched this guy get hit in the shoulder with an arrow and like a crossbow, basically. And so the guy that hits him with the arrow is behind him. But then when they show him in the next shot, it's like as if he got shot in the front. Like the guy was in front of him. So AI is just really bad with the consistency from shot to shot.
This is crazy just looking at this. But I do think it actually would be a good punishment. I don't know what the situation would be, but I think it would be really funny for one of us to have to just sit
and review a movie from there.
Yeah, and just watch and react in real time to the AI slop channel on Roku. It's called Fairground AI.
Sorry, what's it called?
I believe it's called Fairground AI.
Fairground? What does that even mean? Okay. So yeah, I do think that would be funny.
Well, when you go to a fairground, there's lots of fun. There's games. There's animals. There's entertainment, and that AI is capable of generating all of that. So I think the name makes a lot of sense. I think it definitely makes a lot of sense.
Definitely feels like a real fairground.
It's Love 'em or Leave 'em on Radio U Mornings. Get ready to send your advice for this situation at 8772 Radio U or with the talkback button in the Radio U app. Subject line for this situation: should I tell the girl I'm dating that I'm from a rich family? Or just stay low key?
Oh.
Our guy says, I'm 21, dating a 20-year-old girl from college, and I'm kind of stuck on whether I should tell her about my family situation. My family is pretty well off, but I'm really low key about it. I don't flex money, don't really post anything that shows it, and I honestly prefer people not knowing. I'm a varsity athlete at the same university as her, so I told her I'm on a scholarship, which is completely true. That's basically what she knows about me financially.
Okay.
The thing is, my family is also pretty strict when it comes to the girls I date. I'm already not telling her about my parents because of that, and now I'm wondering if I'm making things weird by keeping so much of my family life separate from her. At the same time, I don't want to randomly hit her with, yeah, by the way, my family is rich. Because that sounds like I'm trying to flex. I'm also worried that once she knows, she'll start treating me differently or assume I'm going to pay for everything. I'm not trying to hide my situation to manipulate her or anything. I just genuinely live pretty simply and don't really identify with the whole rich kid thing. Would you stay low key and let her find out naturally if the relationship gets serious, or is it better to be upfront about it? And if you were dating somebody who came from a wealthy family, would that change how you saw them?
That's a good question to ask.
Yeah, I think
for advice.
I think this is good to have this awareness. Yeah. First of all, this is a good step. Often with Love 'Em or Leave 'Em in any of these advice columns, that is kind of the first thing. It's like, it's good that you know you need advice.
Yeah, you are aware enough that you need it.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. What is the advice for this guy? He comes from a rich family, doesn't really talk about his family, it sounds like, at all with the gal he's dating. But is it weird that he's hiding it? And if he's going to bring it up, how does he even do that? 8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio U app. Let us know your thoughts. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app. That's how you can chime in with your advice in this love 'em or leave 'em situation. We have a guy in college dating a gal in college. He has a pretty well-off family. That's how he puts it. But he's not mentioned it to her, and he doesn't flex money. He doesn't post about it. He says he lives pretty simply, but he doesn't know. He feels like he's being maybe a bit too private, perhaps, about his family life, and doesn't want to make a big deal out of things, but also doesn't want it to be weird.
Yeah.
What should he do? And do you think that telling her, for her finding out that he's from a wealthy family, will change how she views him?
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
We heard from Catherine. She says, if she behaves differently because of his family's money, that says more about her than about him. Honesty is the best policy, right?
Yeah, because you can't just, if you have like a list of things where you're like, even if they're not bad, it's just like, I don't want them to like me for this, or I don't know how it will change our relationship if I do this. You can't keep all of those things secret.
You can't keep them away, because it's like, you have to, if you're going to spend the rest, which I don't think you'll spend the rest of your life with this person. You know, you're very young, but you never know. But one way to guarantee that you won't spend the rest of your life with this person is by hiding stuff about yourself.
Yeah, you know? Don't. The best relationships are not built on secrets.
Yes.
So I definitely wouldn't dodge this and avoid it. William says, I would let her like you for you. I don't think people tell others when they think their family is poor. So I would say natural is best. When talking about family or introducing family is best. When I met my wife, I talked about my family, but their financial situation never came up. That is why this is challenging, is because it's not something you necessarily need to keep secret, but there's also there's not like a, you know, like some people have a time in their head, this many dates is when you would say, I love you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, even if you feel it, you wouldn't say it before a certain time.
Yeah.
There's not like that kind of playbook with your family.
Telling your family is rich or whatever.
Yeah. It just has to, like, it just depends on the person and depends on the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. We also heard from Tim. He says, I would tell her if you've been dating for a long time, don't even live rich. By that time, you should have found out if she is a gold digger or not. Also, you should pay for her meals. That's what a man is supposed to do. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the whole, like, if she finds out she wants me to pay for everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of an expectation, even if you're a guy that's poor. That's kind of an expectation on men in general.
It is. And it definitely depends on the person at this point, too. So it could go either way. But, I mean, I just wouldn't worry about that much, you know?
I wouldn't let that determine anything.
But I definitely feel like you do not want to keep this secret.
No.
So you may want to start like layering in nuggets along the way. It doesn't have to be like my family is rich conversation.
No, yeah.
You can just drop little things.
Yeah.
Perhaps as you go along, instead of making it like, let's sit down and talk about how my family is rich, but don't let that change how you view me.
Yeah.
Just give her little moments of like, oh, your family owns a yacht or whatever it is. I don't know what it is that makes them rich.
Right.
But, and then
maybe your dad owns a company and you can mention it or something.
Yeah. And if it kind of keeps, you know, the relationship keeps on continuing on, and eventually maybe there is like a more realization of like, oh, your family's rich. that's like an Easter egg for her. That's like a whole new, that's just going to like add some icing to the cake because she already liked you.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So I feel like that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, this. I think that's the way to go about it. And we also heard from Isaiah who said, respectfully, your parents have money. You don't have money. If she gets weird, I'd remind her of this.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like some people, I feel like this gets back to, you want to keep certain stuff a secret because you don't know how it'll affect things, but
you can't keep it all a secret.
Yeah, you just have to be ready. You just have to choose the right time to always do things. So the question is not whether to say that they're rich. It's just when.
When.
And
how.
That's something you just find out in your heart.
Yeah, let it be natural. Let it happen in a natural way.
You don't have to schedule a date and be like, this is the date where I tell her.
This is the day I'm telling her.
Yeah. If you have a love 'em or leave 'em situation, email mornings@radiou.com.
Thanks for listening to the Radio U podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.